This video here is a compilation of clips from the past 2 weeks. We've been trying to work on this thing when we can. Wrecker stuff, life, everything else gets in the way. The last video where the wrecker went down, we actually did that in the middle of doing all this. So, like I said, we've been trying to work on what we can. I know it's a little bit broken up, but that array does exist. So, basically what we've been working on in the afternoons when we can, just because the wrecker stuff and all that other craziness happens. I swear to God, you. See what I got to deal with? Oh, yeah? You're fired. But it's going to be a long one because there was just a lot to do. We're building a fuel cell from scratch. Could go out and buy one if they don't make one of the dimensions we need, or come anywhere close to it for that matter. So, yeah. So, like I said, it's going to be a long one. We're not going to get it coded in this video. Like I said, we are planning on using POR 15, or POR 15, whatever you want to call it, because we've had good luck with their products in the past. Not sponsored and all that other fun stuff, it's just we've had good luck with their stuff. So, we may record that, we may not. I mean, I don't think you guys want to sit there and watch a tank roll around every 30 minutes. Seems kind of boring to me anyway. So, we're essentially going to hop right into it and start doing some welding and some machining on this thing. Alright, so I've asked to spare you the boring details. Just made these two little angle brackets. Free to drill the holes in them. Can't hold this without dropping. Basically it'll go something like that. Weld to the side of the tank. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and set up to do now. I'll probably put the tank here, lay it all down, jig it up, and throw some tacks on these things. Basic game plan, I want to go ahead and at least get these tacked in. I'll go ahead and pull the sending unit itself out, fully burn them, refit this thing. Hopefully it all lines up. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, I don't want to leave this in. It's plastic. Probably won't be much left of it after the welding process. Like I said. Let that cool for a few minutes. Pull the hose back together and see what we got. Alright, so it's cooled down enough. Put the screws in it. Gotta bend the rod just, a little bit here and there. Doesn't touch the bottom. Twist it. It comes within, I'd say, a ½ inch of the top. So, I'd call that a victory. So, I believe our next step is put a drain at the bottom. So, I already got a piece of piece of stock and little drain ordeal. But basically what we're going to do is take this chunk of steel we got right here. Oops, sorry. This chunk of steel, which, I'll kick it at an angle. Oops, sorry, magnet caught. You see it's not exactly cut true or flat or anything. We're going to take this tool post, or this cutting tool, or make it flat this way. We'll pull this out of the way. I'll probably set up a parting tool after that because we only need it like a ½ inch thick. But once it's true, we're going to send that little guy in. Oops, sorry, that little guy there. Kind of mark our center hole. We'll step up in bit size till we get to this little guy, which I'd say it's a ballpark of 7/16. I usually don't do the machining around here. Ray's the master machinist by all means. I can do some things without getting in trouble. The simple stuff I can manage to get away with. But without further ado, I want to take this coat off. Reason being, sleeves. This sleeve catches on that spinning wheel of death. That thing will suck you right into it. It'll tear you up. I see people do it online all the time. It drives me out of my tree. It really does. So I'm gonna rip this thing off right quick, fire this Mabel up, and make a bung essentially for the quarter MPT. All right, sleeves are off. Machine is on. Not quite. See a little area right there, I haven't touched yet. Not far from it. Consistent shiny all around, that's what we want. So now we're going to set up for a parting tool. We'll spin it up again. Get that initial hole started, and then we'll work our way up and drill it till we get to the size we want. Sorry, I got to put you back here for a minute. Otherwise, all you're gonna do is look at this chuck here. Pretty sure you'll be rolling the bore inside. So we actually do this stuff here, Brute Lube. Not sponsored, none of that fun stuff. We pick up our local part supply, nut and bolt supply, fastener supplier or hardware supplier. A local run operation about 10 minutes up the road. We've been using this stuff for a couple of years now. It's absolutely amazing. On the record. Okay, so we got this little piece cut up. We didn't show you the cutting or tapping process. It took both of us standing at the machine arguing with it. And not only that, what the hell is that damn tool called again? The parting tool is extremely loud. It's ridiculous. It's almost like a hole saw. I'll show you the end result. So that's what we got. It's about 3/8, ½ inch thick, something like that. Threaded, quarter MPT. Spins right down on there. Bam. Now, granted, I didn't tighten the crap out of it either, but yep, that's all it is. So now we just take this, place it on the bottom of the tank. Poke a hole. We'll poke a hole in the bottom of the tank first. Place this on there. Zzz, weld it up. We have a drain. Yep, that's all built in the house. We didn't have to go anywhere to do it. Some days you're the cause of the safety meeting. But it's got to punch a ½ inch hole in this mammal. We'll just do a step bit. It's not precision or anything. Quick chamfer. That was rough. That was. Damn. Essentially now you just burn the goofy thing in. Alright, so we're going to call it the end of the day here. Yeah. So we got this thing filling with water. We're going to leak test it. I think we already have 2 small spots we got to fix. I want to see if there's any more. We'll leave it overnight. See if any more develop. It's not supposed to get freezing, so, or down to freezing, so yay. Anyway, I guess that means until tomorrow. Hopefully I might actually get the top plate cut out for this thing. I don't know yet. Anyway, hopefully we can get back on it tomorrow. Alright, so it's now Wednesday. Still working on the fuel tank. Actually, I'm going to cut the top out today. I've already got this thing jigged up, ready to go. Let's see. I got the angle iron on it, get the grinder, get cutting discs. We're all set. So, I'm going to get that done because I keep talking about it. I'm just going to get it done. So, I believe I'm just going to start cutting this apart and start making the top for this thing. So that's 2 top pieces. Yay. I guess what do now, throw a 120 grit disc on there, clean these things up. So I'm going to slice the hands all the hell trying to put them on. I guess we're going to mock it in, see what it looks like. Alright, so got our top plates cut out. And they're going. I got to just put a ruler across here. It's kind of, I want to check, get the gaps on this side and this side about identical. Anyway, so I'm going to get this all put into place and we're going to burn. So top's tacked in. Like I said, it'll probably get broken off here in the near future. No big deal. But I can start assessing where I want to put stuff. Where I want to put, you know, like the electrical, the sending units for the pumps, all that fun stuff. Plus, with all the drilling we're going to have to do and whatnot, I'm going to have a ton of metal shavings down here. I want to be able to break these welds off, flip the tank over, and blow it all out because, you know, metal shavings and electric fuel pumps don't get along too well. So, and the only real protection they have is a little sock you put on the bottom. So one swivels through there, or swizzles through. So if a piece winds up swizzling its way through there, it takes out a pump, you know, and kind of a nightmare to get to and change. Trying to avoid that. So yeah, we're done for the day. We got it sitting here right now, full of H2O. We're gonna see if she leaks down overnight. See what happens. So far, so good. We don't have any rain predicted either, so that's a good day, I think. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to start working on the sending unit. Kind of go from there. But, till tomorrow. So, new day. Had a bunch going on this morning, so got here a little on the late side. Today's goal, very simply, I'll show you. This edge here, what I'm going to do, start down here-ish or wherever. We're going to take the gas torch and basically melt this MIG bead into this parent metal, and the same on this side too. I already did it down here and it came out pretty good. It just basically adds another layer of weld in there, so it's essentially 3 layers. You want to be technical, but it guarantees the seal that both pieces are joined. So once again, we don't have any leaks. Not only that, with like I said, I think I said yesterday, the MIG builds up a lot of welds. So when it does that, instead of grinding it all down, utilize it. It's already right there. Melt it into the base. So that's what I'm going to get set up to do. Gas torch is already ready to go, so I can't argue about that. As far as any other progress, I'm waiting on parts. I got all the AN fittings ordered, the pumps ordered, which I ordered that like, I think over the weekend. But anyway, still haven't even got a shipping confirmation, which Summit's usually good about that. I don't know what the deal is this time. So anyway, so parts are on the way. Won't be here till next week, it looks like. Is what it is. I'll scream and kick and snort about it later. But anyway, so I'm gonna fire up the torches and get this thing burnt in. Alright, so I got this side done. Lay on the side, obviously. I'm gonna blast this side. I'm gonna do the same on the other way over here behind. You know what? Over there. I'll turn so you can see that, but I like the way it came out. So yeah, just gonna fire up a torch and keep cooking. But now we get some coffee going on and get started. Alright, threading done. Finally! Yeah, we finally got the stupid stainless threaded.
Yeah, now that we've realized somebody messed with the gearbox.
No point in rods on that one. It'll kind of be a blooper reel at the end about that, because we chased our tails for a couple hours with that. It's kind of funny. I'll put that at the end. So here's our next adventure. I'm gonna turn this thing around right quick. So, got a 5/16 hole here that runs down to about there somewhere. I think at that blue line. What we're gonna do with that is that hole's gonna be drilled out to like 7/16 or something like that. On the other end, it'll be tapped to 3/8/16, and we'll go ahead and that's how we'll have our clamping force. Put in a chop saw to cut the slit in it so it has the moosh. But we're going to cut the 1.5-inch hole out, stick a pump in there and see what we got, see how it works. So this started out just a chunk of aluminum. We drilled and tapped it for 1/2-13. This godforsaken stainless rod is tapped 1/2-13. Or dyed, or whatever way you want to call it. So basic thing was get these holes drilled out there.
About 1.60 inch, 600.
Yeah, inch 660 for the pump. So they slide back and forth nice and easy. You put about a half a turn on that bolt, locks it in. That was all this guy right here. He did all this machining. Yep. Goofy looking, I know. But anyway.
Yes, you are. Touche on the kettle black.
Touche. So, yeah, Ray machined all this up perfectly. This other piece right here. Yep, let's just throw stuff everywhere. So that's basically our top plate. That center punch right there is going to be for... Yeah, that goes away. A little center punch right there, that's where the stainless rod's going to hang from. All the little dots will be holes to bolt this in. It's just slow going because machining is a slow process. Especially to do it right. So, yep. I'm going to try, and all I've really done today was the edges here. Kind of hit them with the grinder a little bit, soften them out. That's about it. Like I said, I haven't been here too long either. So, we'll see what we can get done tomorrow. Alright, so we just got back from our steel supplier, or aluminum supplier, whatever you want to call them.
Metal supplier?
Or metal supplier, they know us. So here's our top plate. I think I already mentioned that. We got the center punch, got to do all that, blah, blah, blah. Well, we need something on the other side to bolt it too. You're not going to get many threads out of a 14 gauge slice of steel, so we might get another one. Or another piece. Line this up. So, all we got to do is trim like 2 inches off this side, an inch off this side, they'll match. We'll clamp them together in the mill, and we'll punch them together. Therefore, everything lines up, and there's no bolts going this way and that way, and it's all straight. So that's kind of what we're going to work on for the next little bit. All right, a little bit of progress. We got this end stuck in my coat. Freaking magnet. Got this end cut off. We basically just use an angle grinder. Cut the edge, put it in the mill, and we're doing the same thing with this one. We're just churning the edge up. That's all. Yep, so that's all we're doing, just truing everything up. We're going to make sure everything's square with each other, same length, same width, everything. So when we clamp them together and put them back on the mill, when we drill the holes, everything will be in the same place. That's our game plan here anyway. Ooh, balance. So of course, Ray's doing that. I just cut that piece. You get it all squared up, so yay. I said next step is going to be, like I said, clamp them together, put them on the machine, drill the holes through it. We're basically using 1/4 20 set screws. They're 1.5 inches long, so they'll go through both pieces, which half and half is 1 inch, plus another 1/2 inch on top of that for nut and washer and all that fun stuff. So one of these will be threaded, one will not. So we'll probably start with a 3/16 hole through both pieces, just to do the pilot hole, so to speak. And then I think it was 205 thousandths, 205 for 1/4 20.
201.
201. So about 200 thousandths drill bit. We'll put it through the
Something like that.
piece Ray's working on now, and then that'll be our major diameter for tapping. Tap all 20 holes, and then we gotta cut the center out, because that piece over there that he's working on now will basically go on the inside of the tank with the set screws coming up, because I have the Allen head, in the top of them. This other piece will slide over it, washer, block washer, whatever we want to use, put the nut on it. And the reason we're going with set screws is so when you're tightening it, it doesn't just run the set screw, so to speak, just down to the tank and bloop. So we just hold it with the Allen key, tighten them all up. So that's what we're working on now, making steps to make that happen. Okay, so at the end of the day, it's Friday. We're going to do, weekend stuff. We got this plate drilled out. We got all 20 holes. What is it? 200 thou. On this one in particular, we're going to bore the holes out just over a 1/4 inch, so that our set screws, so to speak, can slide through. Ray's actually going to machine all this out. Oh no, excuse me. This is the other plate. This is the inner one. This one's going to be tapped for 1/4 20. So sorry, I got that backwards. We already have the tap set up. We'll do all 20 freaking holes. Probably scream and snort after the fact. But Ray's going to send the Zen mill down in here and eat this whole thing away. So that basically, this will be the inside plate for the tank. And this one over here, yoink, will be the outside plate. So this will sit on top. This is the one that's going to go a little over 1/4 inch. That'll be a 1/2 13 for the rod to go up into. So this will sit on top, everything will come through it, blah, blah, blah. And that's kind of the game plan with that. So, cool. So I think as of right now, we're just going to get all this done. Like I said, it's a weekend. We want to get this video up for you guys so you can see what we've been doing. We haven't made anywhere near as much progress as we had hoped. So life happens, and we have essentially a day job, so we have to do that. We have to deal with that kind of stuff. So we're gonna put this up. We'll probably, in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll put a progress ordeal up.
Probably next week we'll be finishing this out.
Yeah, but we have other stuff planned as well, so we'll probably do that, and we'll finish this within the next week or two. We still got a lot to do here. But anyway, we will see you guys next week. Donkey.
Okay, so on this edition of us riding the struggle bus, we have this piece of stainless here, okay? We tried to thread it. The machine's set up for it. We can do threading on this machine. No problem. However, set that there so it'll fall. However, we set everything up, we try to machine it, and it cut in the first set of threads. Cool, you bring it back, reset your stuff, and cut in from, you do it like 4 or 5 times, if not more.
At least.
To get the right thread depth and everything. So, go back for round 2, it cut a different set of threads. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Do it again, the third set of threads. Do it again, it took out the first set. So after 6 passes, you basically had a plain steel, machined flat piece of steel. Couldn't figure it out. We spent like, what?
All day.
3-4 hours? Mess with settings. Is this loose? Is that loose? Is this on the right ordeal? What's going on? And what it turned out to be is there's a lever inside here. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. It's like way down in here. Matter of fact, yeah, sorry, I'm in the way. Right in here. Click, click. That says inch and metric on it. So here we are trying to cut half 13 thread on metric settings with what do you call it? Standard or inch, whatever you want to call it, standard gears set up in the machine. So we finally figured out. We looked it up. So that's the standard set of gears that's in it now. This is the metric gear sets for different metric cuts. So we're at, was it 13 is setting 7 and 7 setting 1. 7 and 1 is nothing in metric. With that set of gears, you put this set of gears in, and you can cut, was it 6.5, I think it is?
6.5, yeah.
6.5 threads per inch, or whatever it is in metric. So yeah, that was us riding the struggle bus. It took us half a day to figure out that stupid lever was in the wrong position. But anyway.
And again, who's the only one that messes with the gears in the headstock, in the gearbox?
I think it's the machinist.
No, who's the one that had been messing with it and didn't tell the machinist that they were messing with stuff?
I blame the St. Bernard. But anyway,
yeah.
So what actually happened was months ago, I went in there and cleaned out some shavings and stuff, just to make sure and lubed everything up. I guess I hit the lever and forgot to say something, so yeah, oops. But anyway, that was us riding the struggle bus this week. That was kind of the big one. So I can't help
And that was actually a week ago. That was last Friday.
Yeah, it was. It was last Friday. But still, that's us riding the struggle bus. Anyway, might not seem funny to some people. I think it's kind of hilarious after the fact. But more to the point. Well, we hope you enjoy the video. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of run home before I get kicked.
Yep.
But
like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yep. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And see a couple new subscribers popped up this week or this past week, whichever you want to call it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it for sure. Definitely. Yay. But yeah, we're gonna try to get this tank done, and like I said, I'm not gonna bore you with another video of that next week. We have other stuff planned. Like I said, we're just gonna work on this as we can right now. Which, in all reality, all we gotta do is put the top of the tank, finish machining this up, thread some stuff, and we can start slapping it together. So once again, we appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next week.